everyone. Welcome to Life Cues 2024 with Monica. That's me. And we're on week 7. Week 7. I have no idea where the times went, but it's fun. So for this one, in many parts of the world and the country, spring has sprung. There's blossoms. It's April. Blossoms out, cherry blossoms emitting these gorgeous smells I can only imagine, because for us today it's a combo of snow and rain. Instead of focusing on all that yuckiness, I thought let's focus on something that I am looking forward to, and that is the flowers for sure blooming, and some of them giving off the most amazing heady aromas that you could ever imagine. And I'm so lucky, just outside of our bedroom are 2 lilac trees, and we have a balcony on our bedroom, so we can leave it open at nighttime, and you can imagine how beautiful it smells. And another thing I get in the summertime, they sell out so fast at the nurseries. It's called evening scented stock. And it only releases its perfume at nighttime, hence the evening. And I am telling you, you have never smelled anything so beautiful. It's hard to believe that it's from nature. It is. So the question for today is, or the prompt, I guess, what is your favorite flower? And so I thought, I have so many, but I thought, I am going to draw some lilacs in kind of an art journal kind of a way. You know what I'm saying? So what I did is, instead of tearing the backgrounds of this script old book, I cut the edges around because I kind of want to piece them. Ideally, I would have liked to have a book that the page was exactly the same size as this, and I didn't have to piecemeal it, as my mother would say. So I'm going to piecemeal all of this, so it just looks like it's just one. This is really dry. As a matter of fact, I went upstairs and made 3 loaves of raisin bread. So it's rising right now. It's gonna get the gesso now, my friend. Look at this pot. If you ever want to buy gesso, here's a little tip. Buy it in the fall, with school supplies. And this is this art students' supply of gesso. And it's always way cheaper. I don't know if it says on here or not. No. But you'll always, in your art stores, get it like for a third of the price that if you bought it during the year. Whoa. And my paper kind of disintegrated, didn't it? But we're not going to waste that gesso. No siree, Bob. I'm just going to put it over here and use my brush and use it from there, and just carefully put that on the floor away from the dog, because that would be real fun. I wanted a very thin layer of gesso, so even though I dried this with glue, I'm just gonna spritz it a little with water because I don't want it, I want it to be transparent, not really, really opaque. And I think I'm gonna use this fun. I love this. Look at this. And I never use it because I always think it's so nice I don't want to use it, but they all can be washed, right? All of these brushes are washable. Yeah, I want to be able to see the text through the gesso. So very little bit of gesso. It's probably enough on this brush, yep, for this entire page. Wow. So now we're just going to let this dry, and then I will come back and start with the main part of the page. So that's my background. I'm going to go wash these brushes. So what I want to do on this page here is draw a lilac plant. I'm going to start on this side because I want to just put the word lilac over here. So let me get started. I'm using a pencil, of course. This is still not dry. It's cold. You know how you can tell. If something still feels cold, it's not dry. Okay, so here we go. Just gonna draw a little imaginary middle line for my eyeballs. Okay, so you guys, I'm so disappointed. I was sitting here sketching the lilacs and chit-chatting to you guys about everything under the sun. Oops, and then I looked at the picture on the computer, and you can't see anything. So how disappointing is that? So anyway, let me see what this is. Oh, that's a good pen. I always like to have a good pen. This is a Zig calligraphy pen, pigment ink. No. See, it's waterproof. We don't want waterproof because the minute you add paint, it's gonna bleed. So let's go back. No, let's go back to this guy. Yeah, we want permanent ink. I mean, that's great for something else, but not for art. So I'm just gonna trace over, and then you guys will be able to see my lilacs come into form. I looked at a picture while I was doing this, and I know lilacs have a lot of ruffles because those little tiny petals of the lilacs are so ruffly. Now this one I can't tell what happened here. So I'm just going to change the lines here, and then I'll erase it. Doesn't look great. Yeah. There shouldn't be a line right there. I don't know why there is. It says, we don't have purple lilacs in our yard. We have white. My daughter and her husband, they have beautiful purpley pink ones. I didn't know there were so many colors. There's purple, dark purple, there's white, there's pink. I remember watching, it was one of those mini series years ago, like Dallas or one of those, and they were quite wealthy. And the daughter, they lived in Texas, and the daughter was getting married, and she wanted her lilacs imported from Canada. So can you see? They kind of look like lilacs. So I'm going to go and get all my paint colors ready, and that's going to make the whole thing. Oh, I went outside and I got a lot of my Amsterdam paints. I brought them in, and they're all just fine. And who knew I had this many colors of purple, okay? I had this one in the drawer in the house. I had this teeny one. this is purple. And this is kind of more of a, I wouldn't call it purple. I'd call it, I don't know. What do you call this color? Burgundy-ish? But anyway, oh, here's another purple. This one. So I think I have enough purples to do what I want to do. So I'm going to fix them, figure out which one is the lightest, because sometimes you think it's light on the lid. Sorry, you think it's dark and it's actually quite light. So I'm going to need my palette, and I'm going to go to town sorting light to dark. I think I might add a little tiny pink to some of this purple. I think I bought this paint at I think it was at the Dollar Tree, and they had a whole bunch. And the colors were really nice. I haven't seen it there, but it doesn't mean it's not there. I just haven't looked for it there. There was I think I liked it because the colors were so different from what I'd seen. Kind of muted greens and really neat colors. So, yeah, there. Oh, you can't even see the pinky. Let's put some pink in there. Even more pinky. I think I mixed in too much purple and not enough pink. But maybe when it dries, it'll all look different. And this is fun. I'm just trying to add some of these different colors to the different flower. Just kind of like shading. Okay, I decided that my lilacs just looked too one-dimensional, I guess, and they needed some like flowers on them. So I don't know if you can tell, but I took a paintbrush and just put all those little dots on it, so it kind of looked like the little tiny little flowers of a lilac petals. So now I am going to paint my thingies down here. And you know, I should erase the pencil marks. I always forget. The branches. And I'm not going to paint it, actually. I think I'm just going to use those really cool felt pens from Stampin' Up. I love the colors. I just have to figure out which one it is I want to use on the stem, because they're just so beautiful. Yeah, I like this one. And you can see still see the letters right through. They have the best markers. Oh, and if you don't need anything else from Stampin' Up, check out their markers. I wish I had more of them. I know my friend Janet has just about every one. This looks a little wonky, like that stem should be somewhere else, but you get the idea. There. That was easy peasy lemon squeezy. So now I'm going to just write over here the word lilacs. So let's see. I want it long. Yeah. I was just thinking in my head. A big long L. Like that. And then I, but with like that. Another L. V and the S. And do not ask me why I want to draw it like that. I just did. I think my eye should be more to the right of the cell. How's that? Now let's get some black, permanent black. So there you go. So once this dries a bit, I think it might even dry instantly. I don't know. I can erase. We'll know. Yep. I'll erase all those pencil lines. I wish I knew where these came from. This was the ones that were in the advent calendar that Deanne gave me. And there's no name or just a number. It doesn't say who they are. This is fine, broad, but it doesn't say what company they're from or anything. They're really nice. I guess the trick is you have to get that kit when you're for an advent calendar next year if you want those felt pens because they're so good. There. Lilacs. Love it. So the last thing I'm going to do, because it's really bothering me that I am wasting all this purple paint, I'm going to go find a sponge from my cupboard and I'm going to ink around and frame the picture. But the ink is going to actually be this paint. I could use the paintbrush, but I much rather use a sponge to give it that cooler look, you know? Okay, I got my sponge and I kind of mixed it with purple and white to give it a bit of a soft, almost looks like a spring, Eastery feel. I'm always thinking my lilacs needed some leaves. Were any of you thinking that when you were looking at them, that maybe they should have a green leaf, maybe like right here? I'll see. Just to break up all this purple. I don't even like purple. I mean, it's pretty in nature, and I've knit so many purple sweaters that it's hilarious for somebody who does not like purple. So perhaps I should say there's certain shades of purple that I like. That got too bright. There. So this is working out good. I get to use the paints up a bit. There, that gave it a bit of a framing around the picture. It's a little wet, so I have to be careful. So if I kind of start here, because this one was a little bit disjointed to begin with, that and then I go here and give him a better leaf piece. It looks okay, I think. Let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. What color are you? Green. Phlanthio green, whatever that means. We don't need much, as we know. And let's get a tiny little paintbrush. A little bit of wool. Mix it up. It's a nice, pretty, bright, very nice. Bright, bluey green. I like that color. Yeah, that's not so bad, is it? Do you think it needs another leaf? And where would it come from? Probably this guy here. No, maybe here. No, I'm not adding any more because I will ruin it. So I'm going to try to trace around this with this while it's wet. We'll see what happens. Not too bad. There. And then this part. There. We did it, kids. My favorite flowers. So now I just have to get my label. So the prompt was, what is your favorite flower? Okay, here is my finished page for week 7. What is your favorite flower? There's my label. Loving the typewriter. So we can see our text in the background with a nice whitewash of gesso over top. And then my attempt at lilacs. They could be whatever you want them to be. They could be jello molds, whatever. They're lilacs to me. Some stems, I added that leaf. And then my skinny font. And the edging of the paint with a sponge. How fun was that? I had fun doing this page. It's very pretty. Remind me of spring that we will never get. Look at that. No leaves, nothing. Yuck. So this just kind of brought me a little bit of springtime joy, whatever those are. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all next week. And remember to post your pictures and use the hashtag LifeCues2024 on Instagram. Thanks for watching, and thanks for following along, and I hope you're all doing some art play. See you next week. Bye.